Hey, a lamb! Oh. Poor little fella. Don't you know enough to stay out of the woods? You're not hurt. Just scared, I guess. That'll teach you to wander away from your mom. Right now, your mom's probably wondering... Say, how did you get here? I think I better try and find your ma.
There. That should hold it. We can pack an extra ton of hay in up here now.
Yeah, just so long as we harvest enough hay to fill it.
Oh, there's lots of feed this year. Green grass growing tall as a cow.
I take those sticks, Captain.
Thanks, Gus.
Dad! Dad! Look,
Where did you get that lamb, son?
it was caught in some branches up in the hills. I don't think it's hurt much. It's real cute.
But that one isn't old enough to be weaned yet.
Did you see any other sheep around there?
No, sir. I looked a little too before I started home.
You come along with me. I want you to show me where you found it.
Sure, Dad, but what's so important about that?
You just don't find one baby lamb in this part of the country, son. This lamb means sheep.
Take care of him, Gus.
Yeah.
There's your answer. That whole valley down there's just crawling with sheep.
Must be at least 1,000 of them. Sure look pretty down there in that green grass. All white and clean.
White and clean. That's just what that land will look like when they get through with it. They'll eat that grass right down to the roots. Chew all the life out of that soil. It'll be years before it'll be ready for cattle and horses again.
Gee, Dad, I didn't know.
Well, it's the old story. Cattle and sheep, they just don't mix.
But that's our land.
That isn't our land, son. That's public graze. Mr. Higgins and I only share it. We just lease grazing rights.
But what are you going to do?
I want to see if Higgins knows anything about this. You ride on home.
Just what I said. He sold out to me last week. Couldn't make a go of it.
I knew he was discouraged when his house burned, but I didn't know it was that bad. My name's McLaughlin. I own the Goose Bar Ranch across the valley from here.
Yeah. Heard about you. Cattle, man.
Take it those are your sheep in the valley.
That's right. 800 head of them. Any objections?
No legal ones. I was about ready to turn my cattle out into that valley for pasture.
We'll go right ahead. If they can find anything left to eat, they're welcome to it.
There's plenty of grazing for your sheep on the other side of Iron Mountain. Higgins always put his stock out over there. It's closer for you, too.
Why don't you use it?
I'd like to. But cattle are different from sheep. I'd have to set up a cow camp and hire a whole crew. I can't afford that.
Ain't that too bad?
Is this how you usually cooperate with people, Mr.
The name is Crothers. I'm a sheep man. What I graze and where I graze is my business. Hide or wool, it's all the same to me, just so it pays. Me. Now, I got things to do.
Mr. Crothers, that valley's the only pasture I've got for my cattle. You can graze your sheep any place.
Look, cowman, I bought Higgins out. That entitles me to his grazing rights, and it's as simple as that. Now get out.
All right, I'll get out. But I'm not Higgins. I'm not giving up without a fight.
If it's a fight you want, can have it now.
It's you who wanted to fight, Carruthers. And it's not ended here.
Can't the marshal do something about it?
I hoped he could when I went over to see him. But Carruthers is within his rights. There's nothing illegal in what he's doing.
Dad, why did he sell to an old sheepherder anyway?
Ken, if you weren't doing anything tomorrow, maybe you'll help me clean out the hayloft, huh? Remember last year we found that old owl?
Sure thing, Gus. Why did he sell to a sheepherder, Dad?
He had a lot of bad luck. I guess the fire was the last straw.
I bet Flicka and me could run all those sheep off that land and nothing flat.
And you'd both end up in jail before you know it. No, son, force isn't the answer.
What is?
I don't know. Country needs sheep just as much as it needs cattle. Trouble is, no one's yet decided how to raise one without hurting the other. Now, most of us have learned how to respect each other's rights. But there are still some like Carruthers who haven't.
If you appeal to the government, if they knew what was happening.
They know, Nell. Every session of Congress has tried to get some legislation passed. And maybe someday they will. But by the time they do, we'll be starved out.
Oh, Rob.
What are you going to do, Dad?
Don't you worry about it, son. I'll find some way of handling it.
They just don't mix. Sheep and cattle. The cattlemen don't mix with the sheepmen. Instead, they get into fights. The men, I mean. Used to be a lot of killings in the old days, Gus said. Killing each other and killing the animals. Don't you get scared, little fella. You're my friend. And as soon as Flicka gets used to you, she'll be friendly too. Won't you, Flicka? I guess it'll take a little time, though. Wonder what that could be. Dad?
Gus, you cover the upper meadow. Ken and I'll get the lower pasture. Is there any more toast, son?
Coming up, Dad.
I figured there are at least 4 colts out there we haven't rounded up yet. I think I know where one is.
Oh, come in, Marshal.
We're heading for the water hole in your lower pasture, Rob. I'd like you to be around. I'm going to be dropping in on you later.
Well, you're always welcome, Marshal. What's the matter? Waterhole hasn't gone dry, has it?
I hardly think so. By the way, where were you last night, Rob?
I was here. Why?
All evening?
Yes? No, wait a minute. I did go out for a while to tend a sick calf. I noticed he was down yesterday, but I didn't get a chance to think about it until last night.
You go with him, Gus?
No, I didn't even go to Captain Vent.
What's this all about, Marshal?
Carruthers found 4 of his sheep dead this morning. Several others are down in the gully sick. The water hole has been poisoned.
Poison? Who'd do a thing like that?
That's a good question, McLaughlin. Maybe you could answer it. You threatened me, ordered me off the range. You're the only man I know has it in for me.
That why you're here, Marshal?
That water hole is on public land. Now, it's no crime to graze sheep on it, but it is a crime to poison the water.
I agree. I expected my cattle to use that water hole, too.
When? After you poison all my sheep and run me off the range?
I think we'd all better go have a look at this.
I told you it was poison. No need to come down here to prove it.
Well, might as well look around, see if we can find anything.
I don't know what you expect to find around here, Marshal. Gus and I have been down here a dozen times. Our tracks are all over the place.
You find anything, Crothers?
No, not a thing. But I still say McLaughlin did it.
Look, Crothers, I'm not taking any action without proof. As far as I'm concerned, it's just your word against McLaughlin's. Well, we might as well get out of here. It'll be a day or more before that water clears. Keep your cattle away.
Let's get back to work, Gus. We've wasted enough time here.
Don't you think we ought to take a look at that sick calf first?
No, all it needed was a little medicine.
Dad, how did that sick calf get down in the lower pasture?
It didn't. It was up with the rest of the herd. Don't worry about it, son. I'm sure he'll be all right. I'm going around to the left of those cottonwoods. You wait here.
Just don't know what to think. I don't know what to think, Flicka. Dad couldn't have done a bad thing like that. Come on, Flicka. We gotta keep those sheep out of that water. Do something about this, Flicka. Come on! Oh, girl. You wait here, girl. And if I hadn't happened along just then, those sheep would have drunk some of that poisoned water. You should take better care of them.
Thoughtful little fella, ain't you? What's the money for?
It's for you, Mr. Crothers, to pay for the dead sheep. I guess I know how you feel about them. I'd feel the same way if they were mine. And even if the money can't bring them back, I hope you won't feel so bad about what happened if I pay for them.
This your own idea?
I guess I'd better be going now. And I'm awfully sorry about those sheep.
Now, just a minute, Sonny. Maybe we better make this legal.
Legal? What do you mean?
Well, the marshal will want to know about this. Now, if you was to give me that money in front of him, and I was to tell him I was satisfied, well, I guess he'd be satisfied and would drop the whole matter. That would make it legal.
Gee, then maybe the marshal wouldn't think anything bad about my dad anymore.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Sure. Let's go. What's the matter, Flicka? Don't you feel well? Flicka, what's wrong? Gosh, I hope I didn't ride you too hard this afternoon. Flicka.
There's something wrong here?
She must be sick. She's down.
Yeah, she's sick, all right.
I noticed her on the way home. She kind of slowed down.
Fetch me that blanket, Ken. Move, Flicka. Easy. Run to the house. Tell your mother to fix some hot bran and mustard.
Mom! Mom!
Easy. It'll be all right, Flicka.
What's the matter, Gus?
I think Flicka's had a nose somewhere she shouldn't. She's pretty sick.
All right, I'll take a look at it. Where were you and Flicka this afternoon, son?
I don't remember.
Thank you, Mrs. I take that here.
What happened to her?
And we're afraid she eats something that poisoned her.
Here, let me take a look at it.
No, go away! I don't want you to touch her!
Don't you want me to do anything for her?
She's gonna die. And it's all your fault. You killed her.
Ken.
You did it. You poisoned those sheep. Now Flicka's gonna die.
Ken.
What are you talking about?
I found this by the water hole. You said you weren't there, but you were.
That's my handkerchief. I must have lost it somewhere. Whoever found it left it where it would do the most harm. I found this near the sheep, so you think I poisoned their water.
He didn't mean it. He's excited.
You lied to the marshal. I heard you. You hated those sheep. You'd do anything to get them off that land.
We'll talk about this later, son. Right now, Flicka needs help.
No, you keep away. I don't want you to touch her.
Gus, get him out of here.
No, I want to stay here with Flicka.
Oh, Ken, your father knows best. Your father knows best.
If you really want to help Flicka instead of making a fool of yourself, you can take my horse and get Doc Harrell as fast as you can. Then I'll get some more hot water. Just get that drench ready.
I think we got it in time.
She's going to be all right.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to give her an injection. Magnesium oxide. It's an antidote for arsenic poison.
So it was arsenic.
Only thing it could be.
Perhaps you better not look.
Will it hurt her?
No, she won't feel a thing.
It'll take a few hours for it to work through her system. We can't be sure it'll end.
Dr. Harrell, could I have some of that antidote?
Antidote? Well, you're not sick, are you, boy?
No, but some of Mr. Crothers' sheep are. Please, Doctor, can I have some?
Well, I guess so, boy. Just give this to Mr. Crothers, tell him to dissolve it in water and administer it with a drench.
I will, sir. Thanks, Doctor.
You mustn't let it disturb you.
I can't help it now. The fact that he even thinks I did it. I thought he knew me better.
Oh, he's only a boy. His emotions are all mixed up.
I've never given him reason to have such a low opinion of me. Have I, Nell?
Of course not. But a boy doesn't reason like a man.
Oh, Marshal, come on in.
Will you have a cup of coffee?
This isn't a social call, ma'am. I've got bad news. I've got to place a charge against you.
You mean you actually believe I poisoned that water hole?
When you sent your son over to Crothers with that money, he was as much as admitted it.
My son? What are you talking about? What money?
To pay for the dead sheep. The fact that you couldn't prove where you were the other night, and now this, adds up to a case to me.
My son seems to have done the same kind of adding.
Rob, Ken's bank is empty. He must have used his savings.
Well, I guess he can't have such a low opinion of me after all. If he'd do this to save me from jail.
Do you mean you didn't send him with that money?
No, I didn't.
Guess he didn't realize he might be doing just the opposite of what he intended to do when he brought in that money. Funny the way a boy's mind works.
Not funny, Marshal. Just honest.
He found this handkerchief of mine near the water hole, and so he thought I poisoned the water.
You remember dropping it there?
No, I don't. But I have an idea where I might have dropped it.
Mr. Crothers! Mr. Crothers? No. You did it. You poisoned that water hole. You wanted to put the blame on my father.
Give me that, I said.
No. I won't do it. No matter what you do, I won't do it. I'm going to tell the marshal. He did it, Dad. He did it all the time.
I guess this is the real proof, Rob.
If you need any more, this is where I dropped my handkerchief. He found it and planted it by the water hole to frame me.
Get up. You're coming with me. But before you do, you'd better give that boy back his savings.
You sure had me worried, Flicka. I never want to go through that again. And I want you to know something. It wasn't Dad who did it at all. He really did take care of his sick calf. You be quiet. I was all wrong. I did an awful thing in not trusting him. You should always trust a person you love.
And who loved you, son?
Gee, Dad, I didn't know you were here.
Kind of glad I was.
Flicka's okay now. Look at her.
She looks fine.
What are they going to do to Mr. Crothers?
Oh, he'll probably go to jail.
And what about his sheep? What's going to happen to them?
We'll move them over to the other side of Iron Mountain.
Does she go with them?
That's up to you, son.
What do you think, Mom?
I'd like you to stay. To remind us that men can raise sheep without hurting cattle or themselves.
You hear that, Flicka? She sings.